If you'll give me 2 minutes, I want to answer every social media fishing question that's out there. And before I get started, let me tell you that I'm not naive enough to think that these people aren't just putting this content out there to get clicks and to get monetized and to get opinions and engagement and create arguments and whatever else goes into this social media game. Clearly, I have no interest in having a big following. I just put videos out there that I hope might help somebody, or when something's on my mind that I need to get it off my chest, right? That's what I use this for. But I got something that's really grinding my gears lately, and it's this idea of, somebody posts, they post a video, and it says, "Hey, I just bought this brand new reel, right? What line should I put on it?" Or, "I bought this new rod. What reel should it go with?" Or, "Hey, I'm going fishing tomorrow. What lure should I throw?" Oh, brother. There is no answer, right? There's a lot of opinions. I think some of those opinions are probably, maybe they hold more weight than some others. If you tell me specifically you're going frogging on cheese mats, I'm not going to tell you to spool up 8-pound fluorocarbon. That probably doesn't make sense. Uh, but here's the deal, like, it is so specific that there is no answer. Could you go to Walmart today and buy an ugly stick, put some 10-pound mono on it, and go catch a ton of different fish of a ton of different species? You absolutely could. I'm not saying that you can't. But my suspicion is that if you're jumping into this game and you're going straight to a Corrado DC, it's probably not your first rod or reel. And if it is, you grow up a whole hell of a lot different than I did. Um, Again, I understand it's for engagement, but the truth is, you can't just say a particular line pairs well with a particular reel, right? Um, the DC, for example, I don't own one, but I've seen them, I've used them. They literally have settings for mono, fluorocarbon, braid, or free spool. Um, you could put all three lines on there. Hell, you could put copoly on there, and it would work just fine. But these generalized questions, what should I pair it with? I don't know, because I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what the clarity of the water you're fishing is, the depth. I don't know what the cover looks like, the structure. There's so much that goes into it. What lure do you want to throw, right? Because it's not one size fits all. These are specific tools for specific things. So, I don't know if it's people that just want their setup to look pretty, maybe, and good for you. I want to catch fish. Um, but it bothers me, and here's the root of it. Let's get to the good stuff. 3 minutes in, let's get to the good stuff. This is where it bothers me. We have so much information out there, and it's not a bad thing, but it can be. So much information that you can cut that learning curve, right? It used to be that you had to either go fish, wait till your particular TV show that you watched came on. You had, one shot per week to watch it. Or you had to wait for your Bassmaster magazine to show up to figure out what the new lore, the new trend, the new technique was. We don't live in that world anymore. We have so much at our fingertips, but I I want to encourage people to think for themselves. And I want people to go try things as opposed to just listening to what the internet has to say. Because in a platform that's free, take TikTok for example, anybody can make a TikTok account, anybody can comment on a video. That's dangerous, right? That is dangerous. You can get really bad information. You can get some good information, but you can get some really bad information. And no, I haven't neglected the fact that these people want that engagement, and they do it to get people worked up like me. So, congratulations, you win. But I do want to use this platform to encourage people to go out and figure it out for yourself. Take some recommendations you saw online. Fine, go for it. But there is not a world where I could tell you the line, rod, reel, lure that I'm using on a particular lake, and I'm convinced you still can't catch my fish, right? Because there's something particular I'm doing with it. There's a certain area that I'm working. There's a certain cadence to it. There's always that niche thing. You can't learn that without being on the water. So, I hope these people are doing it for clicks and to get monetized, and I hope that they're laughing it all the way to the bank. But, at the same time, I hope they're also not just glued to this screen. And I hope they're getting out and they're getting on the water and they're fishing and they're learning. Because if you're just stuck behind the screen the whole time, there's a whole big old world that you're missing out there. And I think the only way to really get better is to go out and do it. So there you go. I'm off my soapbox.